Hey guys, this is a timeless general message for the collective. It is not a one-on-one reading. Please take what resonates and leave the rest.
If this message doesn't resonate with you, please feel free to check out our other readings on this channel.
If you would like a private reading, please email us at threeofcupstarot@gmail.com. Hey! What up and welcome to the Three of Cups Tarot channel. My name is Cree.
I'm Isla.
Name's Celine.
And today we are back with your bi-monthly check-in for the water signs. Woo. Our Pisces, Scorpios, and Cancers. Let's see what's going on with you guys. We're going to start with our Dreamscape Oracle per usual. Last time.
Ooh.
Oh, y'all, no, I'm not going to take any of that. I'm a shuffle properly. The gift came out for me.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Okay, so maybe I should have taken that.
Yeah. It came out again.
Oh, wow. Before we were actually recording, a card came out for Isla. Are you mad at me that I didn't take those two?
I think so.
Oh. Please put your cards down first.
Okay, this one came out again for me. And then I also have two more.
Yeah.
So I have also Memory
That's one.
and the Palomino.
Wait, hold on. Because I feel like I need to shuffle one more time.
They might be our...
There we go. Yeah, today.
I gotta take it back out.
Yes, you do. You have to take it out.
Okay, guys.
So I have balance.
Okay.
Wait, move it.
Which way? This way.
Yeah.
Yes. Balance. I have the gift. And then I have the fawn.
So when I was shuffling and all those cards came out, the gift and the white buffalo showed up upright. And I was like, I'm not going to take these.
Wow.
That was stupid, because as soon as I put them back,
Yeah.
Celine got the gift.
Yeah.
So I'm taking that as a sign to take them back. So we have white buffalo and the gift, both here. So you have two gifts.
That's wild.
And then the last card that flipped up was the same card that Isla came up for Isla earlier. Like,
Who's talking in your ear?
Jackpot 777.
no!
Who's talking in your ear?
Well,
Who's making you reconsider a memory that you had, like an event?
No, wait. The prophet also talks about intuition.
yes, it does.
It's not just about people being in your ear. It's about listening to how the spirit... You listen to our video.
Really?
Yeah.
Or if you didn't
that.
get the advice from us, you got it from somebody who told you, hey, you overreacted because Palomino's back out.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god, and Palomino was under the deck before I started shuffling. Stop it.
Ah!
no.
Palomino.
777 across the board.
Like you guys want okay. Here's what I don't get about water signs. All right, y'all trip me up, because you guys have the get up and go that fire signs have. You guys are strong enough to be like, things need to change, and you take the steps to change them. You just don't always do it the right way. For example, my Pisces, I'm gonna pick on you guys. If you know that a relationship is toxic and you know it needs to change, instead of saying I need to leave the relationship, you try to change the relationship. And it's like, well, that's the way to go about it. You might just want to leave it.
Yeah, because especially when the things that you're trying to change, they don't work out. That's a surefire sign that it's time to go.
And Scorpios are all so blunt and straightforward and honest and like, yeah, I'm going to change things. You rub people the wrong way. It's hard to get people to listen and follow you sometimes. Oh my God. And then Cancers. You guys just want to nest in everybody or everything that tickles your fancy. You know what I mean? You're like, this is where I stay. I like this. I want this. I like this. I want this. And that's how you operate. But because you're so busy trying to cultivate this perfect environment when perfect doesn't exist, you end up missing details, ignoring people's feelings. It becomes a whole thing. So you learn those things about yourself. So I'm going to give you credit for that. You did. But one, you learned it's a two-way street with the gift. You learn that, oh, snap. You learn that it's not all sunshine and rainbows when you decide to change. You have to deal with the negative things that come, the repercussions of your actions. And you're learning to do all of that. You're learning to balance those emotional impulses with those emotional impulses.
And I know I'm looking at the fawn, and usually it's a good omen. But I'm also feeling like any sudden movement, it leaves. So it's like, here's a twig crunch, and it's like jetting off somewhere else.
I've gotten this feeling of just running, though. Like,
just running.
Once again.
Just like, because the Palomino and the memory are standing out to me. And I feel like that's why the prophet came out twice. It's like you are finding out you are probably more spiritual than you thought. Like you have more of a gift than you realized.
Yes.
And now you're kind of curious about it, but you are tempted to run off in another direction.
And flee from it because it's probably something you're not...
It can be scary.
Yeah.
Things happen when we were...
Yes.
Yes. When we were coming into our spiritual awakening, when we were coming into our powers, there are moments where I'm reading for someone and I get a thought in my head and I say it and they're like, oh my God, how did you know? I was like, I don't know how I knew. Yeah. You know, I couldn't explain to you how I knew. And it's unsettling to have that potential.
Or things are just happening and you're like, wait, why?
Rewind that for a second.
And you're remembering some things that happened in your past that you were like...
You're cringe crunching.
Yeah.
Where you cringe and you do crunches because it's like, oh, so cringy.
You could be the prophet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're learning that you are a prophet.
Or you're learning a lot. Yeah. All of you are learning different lessons.
A lot of awakenings. Loads of awakenings.
Yep.
But it's like So what I'm getting, honestly, from this entire thing is that you are now in this position where you're learning that you weren't right. You aren't as psychic as you were, so you're starting from scratch. How much of my intuition can I trust? You might be the person in your ear.
Yeah, you're
in your ear. You're talking to yourself.
You're talking yourself out of it, and also, if you're finding out that you're not as gifted as you thought, I think it's more of the fact you're finding out that you're not as far along with your gift as you thought.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because in my head, I saw like building blocks. And it's like one's really, really tall. And then this is a building block. Yes. I feel like you've tried to jump too high too soon. And
you just smacked into the wall.
Yeah.
So you had a rude awakening. And now you're debating like, should I just leave this alone? Should I just walk away? It's just too much hassle.
What?
Uh-oh.
This reminds me of like this one time where like there was a wave of like readers having a religious awakening, right? They were just like, yeah, perils are evil, like this is that, like don't do that because it's just a window for other bad things, right? But like that could be where you're at.
You think you need to go back to what you
probably
had.
Strayed too far from what you're comfortable, where you had been before.
Oh snap!
You'd like to go back to
where
the
it's safe
nothing.
and easy.
Yeah, the nothing happens, and that everything is divine will.
Yes,
that you don't have any say in it.
That's how the memory's here.
Yes,
you've got it twisted.
Well, let's get into Lenormand, y'all. All right, so now I'm gonna get into Lenormand and get to the crux of the matter, because
because I want to know what the problem is.
Oh.
I need one more. Let me go ahead and put these out so I remember the order. The mountain, the lily, the stars, the man. Where is this going? One more card. The letter. I'm hearing response. You got a response. Oh, snap.
Why did that TikTok play in my head where they're like, when you pray to God for the first time and he talks and you're like,
I can't.
You might have experimented with something.
Yeah.
And it spoke back. Yeah. And you were like, oh no.
I rebuke it.
Yeah, you rebuke it. And you're like, you don't even know if it was good or bad yet.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think, they got spooked.
They got spooked.
Oh, that makes sense with the fawn. In my head, it was like they heard something and they just ran for it.
Yep.
Oh, snap. Like, you got spooked. Okay, so we've got the mountain, the lilies, the stars, the man, and the letter. The mountain talks about blockages, obstructions, things in your way. The lilies talks about time, peace, pleasure. The stars talks about a plan, progress, or spreading something. The spread of pleasure is blocked because a message from someone. Or you might have heard someone, like we were saying. Like, I feel like your spirit guides are encouraging you to keep going. They want you to keep learning and practicing and doing these things. But you can't get spooked at every little thing. You can't jump at the sight of every little thing.
Ooh, I just heard a block in the crown chakra.
Oh, you blocked it. You blocked it off.
You got scared, and then you said, I don't want to hear it anymore. And
it's like putting a padlock on your third eye.
Yeah. And even if this isn't spiritual, it's like you lashed out at someone, you got the repercussions, now you're like, I'll never speak again.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
No, you can't do that.
That's not how this world works. I'm sorry.
There's more out there for you, and the world is bigger than, I hate to say it like this, the world is bigger than your emotions.
Yes.
You feel scared, you feel anxious, and a lot of water signs find it hard to move past those feelings. But you apparently want more. That's why you were doing all the stuff. That's why you let yourself go to that degree, because you wanted more. Mm-hmm. You have a strong idea of what you want and don't want. You just need to go about getting it the right way.
I just had like a movie, this fighting, what was it, Lilo and Stitch, where he goes, I'm lost.
Mm-hmm.
Why you bring that up, man?
I know,
Why you bring that up, man?
I know, and I love Lilo and Stitch. I love that movie, but that was a part that stuck in my head.
That's the saddest part of the whole movie.
It is.
He just like looks around, he's like, I'm lost.
And it's the realization that he had to come to, because he was raining.
Mm-hmm. He was a menace.
Yes. He was brimstone and fire, and then when he runs off by himself and he realizes that he's truly and utterly by himself, he's just like, I'm lost. And the reason it was such that scene is so powerful is because as an adult, when you look back on it, you go, he's not just talking about, I don't know where I'm going.
Right.
Yeah.
He literally is talking about that, like, my whole life
is messed up.
I
was created for one thing.
Yeah.
I did that one thing, and that caused me to lose everything.
Mm-hmm. Because then you do happen yourself across something or someone, right? Mm-hmm. And you lash out, as you were saying, and you make a run for it, only to end up, I don't know where I'm at.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what I'm doing. I just feel lost.
I feel lost.
Yep.
The spread of joy, the spread of pleasure, the spread of peace is blocked because you finally got a response to your action. Someone finally called you out on it.
Yeah. That could also be.
Mm-hmm.
And you're now in a position to have to figure out, okay,
what next?
Do I do nothing? Do I do something? Last time I acted on my emotions, it was bad. So now you're sitting in a weird position where you're sitting on your emotions. Mm-hmm. And that's weird for water signs. You gotta let it out. Be it crying or lashing out or talking about it. But now you've almost isolated yourself.
On purpose, I'm hearing.
And it could be something that you were doing that you thought was okay. Because everybody else just lets you get away with it. But now you're in either the real world, or you're in a job, or you're in a relationship, and the person's like, that's not cool. For the first time, someone called you out on your crap, and you didn't know it was crap. You had no clue.
Accountability.
And so now you're like, well, I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to talk anymore.
You're shutting yourself off because of shame. You feel guilty. But being held accountable by someone else, it's like it I don't want to say it stunts you, but like it's like I don't think you've ever had that that kind of happening before.
No one's ever been blunt to you because they know how sensitive you are.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it's weird how water signs can be sociable, but they can also keep their circle small. Mm-hmm. Especially Scorpios are very good at keeping their circle small. Yeah. So you've probably been around a certain amount of people, and to be honest, I know a lot of Scorpios, and this is unevolved Scorpios, not all.
Yes.
But they have a certain amount of control and leverage over the people that they keep in their circle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easier for them to control the narrative, control what other people do, because they can dominate, essentially. But now that you're outside of that and someone's like, yo, you ain't the head honcho here, calm down. You're like...
What do you mean I'm not the head honcho?
You could be a high school student who's in college for the first time and you ran into this.
Yeah.
You could be having a job for the first time and you ran into this.
Or a serious job, like a, you know, those big time jobs.
Yeah.
Like you feel like a fish out of water.
All right, guys, this is very strong fish out of water energy. So we're next going to jump into the tarot and see what it has to say to you. All right, water signs, let's get into the tarot, because y'all always have some deep things going on, and I...
Get into it, yeah.
Oh my God.
What we got going on here?
Whew. All right.
Ooh.
Already?
Can't shuffle.
Too many. The moon popped up though.
Ooh. I know.
Huh.
That is rude.
Okay, I'm inclined to stop. This is really weird. All right.
Gotta get up.
We've got the Lovers, the King of Pentacles inverse, and the Three of Cups. I think I'm gonna pull one more.
Ooh.
Because that is confusing energy. Oh, look at that. The World.
Oh, that might not be so confusing.
Okay, that makes
actually.
sense.
Based on what you got?
Maybe.
No, that makes sense.
So, what I'm getting from this is that you made the choice, the active choice. Here's what I'm thinking. Okay, we said a lot of stuff before, but I feel like you're in that past energy. You're now in the aftermath of everything, right? Mm-hmm. And you made the active choice to withhold yourself, to take yourself out of the equation. With this King of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles to me denotes someone who has value, strength, who knows their value, knows what they can build and give to other people. Mm-hmm. To me, I'm getting the energy that you chose to take that away because you thought, this is actually kind of sad, you actually thought that the world and everyone would be better off without you. Because you made such a giant impact with your outbursts, with what you did, with how you felt. You're now in this post-depressive energy.
Hell, this could be you thinking one person will be better off without your presence in their vicinity.
Oh. You're in an incredibly negative energy right now and you need to be pulled out. Sorry. I am feeling this because I have been there before and I know how dark and negative and nasty this place can be. You are human and you need to give yourself. That's why the spirituality kept coming in, because you felt like you were better than, you thought that you were finally getting to a point where you were succeeding, solid ground, you were good. Whether it was a job, spirituality, or relationship, you thought you were at a peak enough to be able to speak your mind because you thought you had learned discernment. You thought you had learned. And now that it's blown up in your face, you're like, I haven't learned anything. So now you're questioning all the growth that you actually have done. When you have grown. Oh my God.
I just heard, look how deep the waters run. It's like you're not paying attention to what you're stuffing underneath, deep underneath.
You're not.
And you almost might have been using this, whatever, spirituality, the relationship, whatever, as a Band-Aid.
While the wound is still bleeding.
Yes.
The Band-Aid is drenched.
Yeah, and it just flew off one day, and everybody else got splashed.
Yeah,
and you're misinterpreting that you attempting to do something good is what caused this, rather than it was something that was much deeper, something from the past that you have not dealt with.
Yeah,
that caused everything to be wrong. Not the fact that you learned a new skill, not the fact that you are at this new position. It's the fact that something you haven't dealt with is what caused this.
It's now distorting what progress you have made.
Because if we were to flip the script and read this very positively, it's like the choice to love someone or the choice to put yourself first over material possessions allows people to celebrate you in a new cycle to start. You're looking at things negatively first before you give them the positive attributes that they deserve. This can be read negatively or positively, but I went straight to the negative.
Because I feel like that's what they go.
That's straight what you're going straight to. What y'all got?
Let's see. So I have the Three of Pentacles. I have the Sister of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. The Nine of Swords. And then the Three of... A card just fell.
So it's not just the Three of Wands.
The Three of Wands. There's a lot of threes here.
Oh.
Three.
There. Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Three of Wands. You're right. Whew.
I feel like you... Thank you. The 5 flew off.
The Five of Swords fell from another deck.
Yeah, I gotta include it because it...
But the aesthetic.
Yes.
The aesthetic, no.
It's there though.
It's there.
Just know that it's there. Like that's what popped up for you. But I like the aesthetic, so I'm gonna take it off. Just know you got the 5 of Swords here.
And she struggles to take it away.
I feel like if you're drawing any line in the sand, it needs to be with you. You need to have it sit with you.
Can I also say that if you are thinking of making a ultimate decision about yourself, the world is not going to necessarily be better without you.
Not at all.
There is a situation or a memory that you need to deal with, yes, but that doesn't mean that you need to completely remove yourself.
Even if I read this backwards, you're trying to move forward without even acknowledging what gives you grief.
You can't make progress while hitched to a boxcar full of coal.
No, exactly.
You can't.
This is not a strongman competition where you're trying to drag it along after you. You're not going to go as far as you think you are. In fact, you're going to break your legs.
You need to allow yourself to, we're going to end up saying it a lot on this channel. You need to say, I did this wrong. Put it on the shelf so you can see that you did it wrong and admit that you're never going to do that again. That in itself shows that you've changed. And if you are taking accountability for that, then do that. It's interesting how people think they need to completely separate themselves in order to change. Not all the time. Definitely not all the time. Sometimes you need to practice. If someone's like, well, I don't want to hurt you because I'm toxic and I don't want to. Okay, you're aware that you're toxic. You're aware that you have these bad negative traits. When you start doing them, stop them. Fix them. Take that extra effort or needed effort because you're aware.
Or allow that person, especially if you trust them, to hold you accountable.
Yes.
Hey, as soon as you start going toxic, the person's like,
And allow them to do that without clamming up and saying like, no, you don't know.
Well, I just won't try it. No.
You're clamming.
Yep.
Stop clamming.
You want to be a victim, and that might be somebody else's habit. You like to be the victim.
It's easy to be the victim.
It's your way of giving up control.
That's why I did this, because of this, that, and the third. It would have been way simpler if you had just talked to them.
Yep. And don't get it twisted. When you put the things on the shelf to say, I'm never going to do this again, that is also a moment for you to realize why you did those things. Why on earth did I do that bad thing? Oh, because of XYZ. But that's how accountability works. I did the bad thing because they made me do the bad thing, but it does not excuse your bad thing. Your bad thing is still a bad thing. Whew. What you got?
So, I have the Emperor inverse. 2 of Swords. 5 of Cups.
Oh, wow.
8 of Wands. King of Wands. 6 of Swords inverse. And the Empress inverse. You're so in your head that you... you're not looking at anything right.
It's everything is looked at from a melancholy aspect.
Like even your decisions, you're like, do I burn it all down? Or do I
fall
just
on this sword right now? And it's like, no,
nothing has to be sacrificed.
No.
And it's like, and the funny thing is the Six of Swords is inverse, and I almost never get that card inverse. And it's like, you're actively refusing
to move on. Like it's like, I think I said this for somebody. Maybe it was like the last check-in. It was like, it's almost like you don't know who you are without this pain.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I forget who that was for, but that is coming up right here, right now.
That definitely applies here.
You are burning the fire usually is like a new idea, a new concept, which you may be having, but at the same time, when you have this new idea, new concept, you're like, but remember last time.
The cringe.
I just won't do it.
You're cringe crunching.
Because that's what happened last time.
Cringe crunching. Stop getting a 6-pack because you're cringing over the past.
You're going to have impressive 6-packs.
Or at least you better.
Yes.
Maybe that's why the world is reminding me of Queen Beryl.
Oh, really?
It's the hair.
It's the hair and the tiara.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that she always used to look in her orb.
And be like,
and she did everything for what?
For what?
A man.
And she literally caused the entire
fall
millennium
of a kingdom.
For a man.
Now here's the fun part. Do we understand her heartbreak?
Yes.
Does that excuse her causing it? No.
She literally took the entire crystal millennium down.
For a man.
For one guy.
It's an amen corner.
You guys are in some very deep emotions right now, but the problem is you're not allowing people or anyone to take you out of those deep emotions. It's like you're punishing yourself while making a spectacle of yourself.
I just got this image of a person sitting on a stool with the 9 of tails and is just whipping themselves.
Yes.
Over and over again. And people are looking at them like, oh,
what are you doing?
What are you doing? Like, okay, the first few times, maybe. But like,
what are you doing?
You've been doing that for like 2 months now. What
is the point? You're wallowing in these emotions.
You're causing yourself to bleed again.
Because even here, it's like, she's fixated on her cup, but the cup is facing the 9 of Swords. Why are you so hyper fixated on it?
I feel like you are also someone else I would suggest a therapist for.
Yes. Absolutely. Because we're not doctors. We're not.
No. I think you need to talk about that memory that caused the event.
Yes. What triggered you?
The thing that triggered you need to come to terms with. And I think you need a professional.
Yes.
To help you come to terms with that. That this can be upright. You can be making the progress. You can be using the ideas for good. You can be looking at yourself and you go, you know what? I may have done this, this, and this, but I have made progress and I am this person now.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready to get to the oracle because you guys need advice. All right, guys, we're now going to get into the oracle portion of the video. Oh, Celine's already got some answers.
Look at that.
I guess that's what they were waiting on. Okay, yes, advice.
I need something to come out. This deck likes to stick.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I got 2. Solar Calm.
Yeah.
Oh! Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna get one more.
Yeah, I'm feeling one more too.
Oh, it said 2.
Oh!
Yay. Okay, this is great. So we've got Solar Calm. Solar Calm. Clarity. Retrograde. Review. Libra. Balance. And Jupiter. Abundance. You need, and this is going to be very straightforward advice. Like, oh my gosh, why? Can y'all please work with me? Like, Jesus, please. Okay. What I'm getting from this is very straightforward. I don't even know if I need to go card by card, but you need clarity. You need to see the situation for what it is outside of your emotions. You need to clear out all the gunk because you need to take a second to review. When retrogrades come into existence, they're here to review what's not working. They're not here to just cause chaos because they cause chaos in things that are not working. If you wallowing in your self-pity isn't getting you anywhere, if you crying to people isn't getting sympathy, something's not working. Beating yourself up isn't working. Trying to get people to understand you isn't working. Something needs to give. You need to figure out what is it that you're communicating to people that's not getting across. What is it about your crying that's not really addressing the issue? Because we can tell everybody to feel your emotions, feel them through, but if you keep crying, then you're not solving the actual issue, and you need to take a second to clear up everything because there's a balance that needs to be had. With the Libra card here, you need to see, okay, this is the truth and this is what I feel. This is the truth and this is what I feel. Objectively look at everything. I'm going to separate myself. Why? Because I feel like it would be better without me. Why do you feel like it would be better without you? Is that fact or is that how you feel? Really think about those things because Jupiter came out because it wanted you to know that you are in a good spot. No one's leaving you in the lurch. No one's leaving you alone. No one's trying to get rid of you. They just want you to change those negative behaviors. They want what's best for you. They want to give. They want they want better for you. But if you're not willing to do the work to be better yourself, then they can't do much for you. There's good for you. There's amazing things here waiting for you. But if you can't see them, you can't get them.
Ooh, I just heard solar return. Interesting.
What y'all got?
I have mine is pretty self-explanatory. Healing the heart, power of self-love.
Wasn't in my deck.
Precognition, psychic ability, and future vision.
I love this.
So it could be somebody who has that ability. It also could just mean the fact that if you want to know where you're going, you gotta heal yourself first.
Yes.
I also got abundance. You are in a good place. And then I also looked at the bottom of the deck and I had to pull it out because it was just sitting there. Opening heart, deep connections, water blessings.
Aww. That's so sweet.
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You can't learn to love yourself if you don't deal with the problem. But once you do, you'd be surprised how clear your future vision comes.
And we're speaking from experience. Honestly, I struggled with depression and anxiety for years, and I honestly just of this year realized what was causing it. I was holding on to it because it was a comfort zone. Because it was woe is me. Maybe I should just go, but I never left. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never left. Why didn't I leave? What was keeping me here? Because there's a bigger picture that spirit was trying to get me to see. And now that I see that bigger picture, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
That's what my sadness was keeping from my vision.
Actually, let me do this because I see you have a little bundle yourself.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Stuck loves water signs. It does. It's really nice. So we have escapist, come home to yourself.
Oh
God dang.
Right?
You could at least waited 2 cards to hit him that hard.
Thorns, weave together the crown you deserve.
Oh.
You have clover, release your guilt.
Oop.
I'm gonna do that. Yes. And then you have red, forgive. But also, sundress, do it for you.
Yep.
That whole hole. There's a whole hole. Yeah, right there. Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because you were about to leave.
I know.
Oh.
I was. There we go. It's self-explanatory. Like it's.
Yeah, it's very self-explanatory. Don't do this because we're telling you to do this. Do this because you want to
Feel lighter.
Yeah, truly live your life.
Yeah.
What do you want? What's more important to you? Do you want things to be better more than you want to be sad, or do you want to be sad more than you want things to be better? Are you sad because you want things to be better? Then there's your answer.
Yeah.
You want things to be better.
So go out there and do better.
Go out there, do better, try. And to be honest, if you're trying and people aren't allowing you the space to do better, they're not good people.
Yeah, that there.
I get it. there's so many sides to every story, okay? I did wrong by you, so you feel a certain way. So if I say, hey, I'm sorry, I'm trying to do better, and you're like, hey, listen, that was a trigger for me, so I'm trying to separate myself from you. Yeah, that sucks. But that doesn't mean that you're not trying to do better.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mixed bag, because some people will do nothing but hold the past against you.
Yep.
Some people will forgive you, but never want you back in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
Some people will forgive you, let you back in, and give you a second chance. But everyone on this earth deserves the best that a person can do.
Mm-hmm.
At the very minimum. Your best self. I get that some people may not give you a second chance, and that can hurt, but that's part of accountability.
That's accountability. They know you from the version of you that they met and dealt with. No one is entitled to accepting back, right? Like if I hurt you and that's all you know me for, I was a catalyst for your pain and you've survived, but I want to come back and I want to be like, hey, I realized that wasn't cool to do. Cool. But that's their choice if they want to even be, involved with you again or not.
And honestly, what gets me about that is that, yeah, you can keep people out, but if you come with a genuine apology,
yeah.
And y'all know what a genuine apology is. Mm-hmm. If you come with a genuine apology and they're not accepting that genuine apology, then screw them.
Yes, exactly.
I gotta say that's how you know.
And then they could work from a place of bitterness, right? Yeah. Be like, oh, they hurt me. This is my chance to hurt them.
Yeah.
And don't take it hard. Like that's their shortcoming.
Exactly. You want to do better, and that's all that matters. Whether or not people accept that is on them. But if you want better for yourself, you deserve to do better for yourself.
You do it for you.
Yeah.
Do it for you. Smile.
Do it for you, not because of hoping that it will put you back in good graces with them. Just do it for you. Do it because you want to leave that kind of remnants of yourself. Because that sprinkled a new version of you.
Because let's say it's a romantic relationship. And you screwed up. You messed up. And yeah, they may not take you back. But that doesn't mean that you can't be better for you in preparation for the future person.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you can't get another person. Yeah. I tell everybody, there are too many people on this planet for us to be worried about the same 5 people.
Yep.
Too many.
Yeah.
Even if you live in the smallest town, you don't know everybody. You actively don't.
In the day and the age of the internet.
Yeah.
What you holding back for?
Like, the opportunity's there.
There's plenty.
But you have to want to be happy with yourself first. Because nobody's going to make you happy if you're not happy with who you are.
Forgive yourself. You did something wrong and that's okay. We're all human. We all do something wrong. You deserve the same grace that everyone deserves. But you have to give it to yourself first because grace from other people won't click.
Nope.
We all cringe crunch. It's not like we've never been there.
Yeah, we just don't have abs.
Exactly.
Unfortunately.
Oh man, if I imagine.
I'd be so sexy.
Yes. I agree.
Shoot. Alright guys, I think that's all we have for you today. Thank you so much for sticking by and checking in on your bi-monthly check-in. Yes. You've got this. Just give it a little bit more of a try.
Be patient with yourself. Be gentle. Please be gentle.
We're genuinely rooting for you. If you would like a if you would like a personal reading from the 3 of us to genuinely get to the crux of your issue, email us right here. And we'll get back to you as soon as we can. We'll see y'all in the next video. Bye! Hey y'all, before you go, I just wanted to let you know that throughout the month of December, the 3 of Cups will be participating in a virtual community spiritual service. For more information on how you can join, check out the description box below. We hope to see you there.